Too many people are trapped in the prison of overthinking. They sit, they wait, they plan, they dream. But they never act. Let me tell you something that may rattle the foundation of your comfort. Thinking alone has never built an empire. Ideas are powerless without action. Success doesn't come to those who merely hope and hesitate. It comes to those who move, who leap, who act in the face of uncertainty. Every day, people are paralyzed by fear disguised as logic. They say, I need more time, or I need to figure it all out first. But the truth is, they're scared. Scared of failing, scared of being wrong, scared of stepping outside the warm cocoon of comfort. Listen carefully. You will never think your way into greatness. You must act your way into it. The man who waits for perfect conditions will wait forever. The woman who needs complete clarity before she takes her first step will remain stuck in place, watching others pass her by. There is no perfect time. There is no perfect plan. There is only now. Action is the builder of momentum. Once you move, the fog begins to clear. Each step forward reveals the next. The path unfolds only for those bold enough to walk it. Let this truth burn into your mind. Done is better than perfect. A flawed step forward is worth more than 1,000 flawless intentions. You cannot correct the course of a ship that never leaves the harbor. You cannot sharpen your skills without getting your hands dirty. Look around you. The world rewards the doers, not the dreamers. While the thinkers sit on the sidelines, lost in their theories and excuses, the doers are building businesses, creating impact, shaping the future. Yes, you will make mistakes. Yes, you will stumble. But in those very failures, you will find the seeds of wisdom, strength, and growth. Mistakes are the tuition you pay for success. Stop fearing them. You don't need another book. You don't need another strategy. You don't need another seminar. What you need is a decision to stop thinking and start doing. To take the idea in your mind and bring it to life through relentless action. The world doesn't care what you think you can do. It only responds to what you actually do. So stop rehearsing your future in your mind. Stop waiting for motivation to strike. Get up, take the first step, write the first sentence, make the first call, launch the first version. Start. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not intelligence. It's not luck. It's not talent. It's action. While you hesitate, someone else is doing. While you overthink, someone else is executing. While you doubt, someone else is becoming unstoppable. Don't let your life become a graveyard of unexecuted ideas. Don't die with your dreams still inside you. You are capable. You are ready. You are enough. Now prove it, not with your thoughts, but with your actions. Stop thinking, start doing, and never look back. You must understand this fundamental truth. Thinking alone will never move you forward. It is action, persistent and purposeful action, that transforms dreams into reality. Many people are caught in a cycle of endless thought, planning, and doubt. They convince themselves that they are preparing for success, when in fact they are only delaying it. The danger is not in thinking, it is in allowing thought to become an excuse for inaction. Look around you and observe those who achieve greatness. They are not the ones who spend hours analyzing every detail before making a move. They are the ones who take bold steps, even when the path is uncertain. They may stumble, but they keep moving. It is the motion itself, the doing, that generates momentum and creates opportunities. You may ask, why is action so much more powerful than thinking? The answer is simple. Thinking is potential energy. Action is kinetic energy. The force that propels your life forward is action. Without it, your ideas remain trapped inside your mind, impotent and lifeless. The moment you choose to act, you unleash a chain reaction. Doors open, people notice, and the universe begins to conspire in your favor. Consider this. Every great achievement in history began with a decision. a decision to act. The inventors, the leaders, the visionaries, they did not wait for the perfect moment. They did not spend years lost in contemplation. They acted with what they had, where they were, and learned along the way. Action was their teacher and their guide. What is it that holds you back? Fear, doubt, uncertainty. These are normal human feelings, but they must never become a reason to stand still. The person who waits until all fear is gone will wait forever. Fear does not disappear until you face it head on, and the only way to face it is to act. Action is the antidote to fear. Do not be fooled by the illusion of perfect preparation. Preparation is important, but it is not an excuse for procrastination. Too often, people convince themselves that they are preparing, when in reality they are avoiding risk and responsibility. There is no such thing as perfect preparation because life is unpredictable. What matters is the courage to start and the willingness to adjust course as you go. The truth is that action creates clarity. The more you do, the more you understand what works and what doesn't. You will never find all the answers sitting still, wondering or planning endlessly. You find answers by doing. Action sharpens your mind, trains your instincts, and reveals opportunities you never imagined. You may feel overwhelmed by the magnitude of your dreams or by the obstacles in your way. But the way to overcome overwhelm is to break down your goals into small, manageable actions and take the first step. It may be imperfect, it may be difficult, but it will move you forward. The important thing is to begin. Think of a ship leaving the harbor. It cannot reach the open sea by sitting still on the dock, no matter how much the captain plans or dreams. It must leave the safety of the harbor and face the waves. Similarly, your life will not move forward until you take the risk to act. Once you start moving, even if the progress is slow, you gain momentum. Momentum is a powerful force. It makes the next step easier, it attracts support and resources, it builds confidence, but momentum can only begin with action. You must be willing to take imperfect action. Waiting for perfect circumstances or perfect timing is the enemy of progress. Done is better than perfect. Done creates results. Results create confidence. Confidence fuels more action. The world does not reward those who think about doing great things. It rewards those who actually do them. There is a world of difference between a dreamer and a doer. Dreamers hope, doers act. Dreamers watch from the sidelines as doers build, create, and conquer. Remember, action is not only the means to your goals, it is the path itself. Success is not a distant destination to be reached one day. It is the result of every action you take today. You become the person who acts, not the person who thinks about acting. Every step you take strengthens your willpower and your belief in yourself. You will find that the act of doing creates a positive cycle. Action leads to results. Results lead to belief. Belief leads to more action, and more action leads to success. Do not wait for permission. Do not wait for inspiration. Do not wait for certainty. The world is full of those who never act because they wait for the perfect time. Be different, be bold, be relentless. Your thoughts are seeds, but action waters and nurtures them. Without action, those seeds wither and die. With action, those seeds grow into mighty trees that bear fruit for years to come. Today, make a commitment to yourself. You will no longer be a prisoner of overthinking. You will be a person of action. You will move forward even when you are afraid, even when you are uncertain, even when the path is unclear. Because success belongs to the doers. It belongs to those who stop thinking and start doing. Too many people are caught in the deadly trap of waiting for the perfect moment. They delay their dreams, their plans, their actions, all because they are convinced that someday, somehow, the conditions will be just right. They tell themselves, I'll start when I have more time, or I'll begin when I'm better prepared, or I'll wait until the market improves, or I'll wait until the right opportunity comes. But the truth is, there is no perfect time. This idea of a perfect time is a myth, a convenient lie we tell ourselves to avoid the hard work and risk of starting now. It is a mirage on the horizon that moves farther away the closer you get. If you wait for perfect circumstances, you will wait forever, and your dreams will die in the silence of delay. Look at the great achievers in history. None of them waited for the stars to align. None of them waited for the perfect moment. They acted when they had a vision and a desire burning inside. They understood that waiting is not a strategy. It is a form of procrastination dressed up as caution. Every successful person has faced uncertainty, lack of resources, fear, and doubt. What set them apart was not their circumstances, but their refusal to be paralyzed by them. They knew that the perfect time to act is now, right now, because the future will always hold unknowns and challenges. There will always be reasons to wait. The economy might be unstable. You might not have enough money saved. Your skills might not feel ready. The timing might not feel ideal. But those reasons are obstacles only if you let them be. They do not dictate your destiny. Your decisions do. Waiting for perfect conditions is a form of self-sabotage. It tells your mind that you are not good enough, that you are not ready, that you are not capable. It steals your power and your confidence. It robs you of precious time, the most valuable resource you have. Let me be clear, you don't have to be perfect to start. You don't have to know all the answers. You don't have to be fully prepared. What you need is courage. The courage to begin despite the fear, despite the doubts, despite the imperfect conditions. The moment you decide to start, you take control of your life. You refuse to be a victim of circumstances. You declare that your dreams matter more than your fears, and in doing so, you create momentum that will carry you forward. Understand this, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. That first step will not be flawless. It will be messy and difficult. You will make mistakes, but every step, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goal. Waiting for the perfect time is the enemy of progress. You will never have everything aligned. The stars will not arrange themselves to illuminate your path. You must light your own fire and start walking, even if the road ahead is dark and uncertain. Consider this: if you wait for the perfect time, someone else will move ahead. While you hesitate, others are taking risks, making mistakes, learning, growing, and achieving. They are seizing opportunities that you are letting slip by. Your dreams deserve more than your excuses. Your goals deserve more than your hesitation. The time to act is now. There is no better teacher than experience. You cannot learn to swim by reading books about swimming. You must jump in the water. You cannot learn to build a business by waiting for the perfect plan. You must start building, testing, and adjusting as you go. Action creates clarity. The more you do, the more you see what works and what doesn't. The more you act, the more confident you become. The more confident you become, the easier it is to keep moving forward. Do not mistake waiting for preparation. Preparation is important, but it is not a substitute for action. There is a time to plan and a time to act. Often, people confuse the two and get stuck in endless planning as a way to avoid the risk of failure. If you wait for the perfect moment, you will miss countless opportunities that could change your life. Opportunities don't announce themselves with fanfare. They come disguised as hard work, uncertainty, and challenge. The only way to recognize them is to be engaged, to be moving, to be acting. Remember, the clock is always ticking. Time moves forward whether you are ready or not. The days pass, the years slip away, and what you have left behind are only your choices. The person who waits for perfect conditions wastes precious time that can never be regained. The only perfect moment is the one you are in right now. Seize it, decide to begin today, this hour, this minute. Take that first imperfect step toward your goal. Make the call, send the email, write the page, create the product. Start before you feel ready. Start with what you have. Start despite your fears. You have the power to shape your destiny by what you do now, not what you think about doing later. The world belongs to the doers, to those who act in the moment, who take risks and face fears. It does not belong to those who wait for perfect conditions. You are capable of greatness, but greatness demands action, not hesitation. Choose to act now. Choose to live with purpose. Choose to stop waiting and start moving, because the perfect time does not exist. There is only now. Too many people wait for perfection before they move forward. They tell themselves, I'll start when I get it right, or I can't proceed until everything is flawless. But here is a truth that must shake your very foundation. Progress never comes from perfection. It comes from imperfect action. You cannot build a masterpiece by waiting for every brushstroke to be perfect. You cannot climb the highest mountain by standing at its base, looking for a flawless path. You must take the first step, stumble if you must, learn and adjust as you go. This is the only way forward. Imperfection is not a flaw. It is a part of the process. It is the grit in the machine of progress. Every successful person has made mistakes, faced setbacks, and endured failures, but they did not let imperfection stop them. They embraced it as a teacher. Do you fear making mistakes? Do you hesitate because you want to get everything exactly right before you act? Understand this. Fear of imperfection is a form of fear itself. It is the voice of doubt disguised as a desire for excellence. If you wait to be perfect, you will never start. If you wait to be flawless, you will remain frozen. The enemy of progress is not failure, it is inaction. You must learn to love imperfect progress more than the illusion of perfect preparation. The world does not reward those who wait for perfect conditions. It rewards those who take imperfect steps forward every single day. The entrepreneur who launches a product that is not perfect but improves with feedback. The writer who publishes a first draft and then rewrites. The athlete who trains consistently, knowing that every session is a chance to grow. Perfection is a moving target always just out of reach. If you chase perfection, you will be running forever and getting nowhere. But if you chase progress, no matter how small, you will advance steadily toward your goals. Remember, diamonds are created under pressure and through imperfection. Greatness is forged in the fires of trial and error, not in the comfort of flawless execution. Your failures and mistakes are not signs of defeat. They are evidence that you are trying, that you are moving, that you are learning. Each mistake is a stepping stone. Each setback is a lesson. Each imperfection is an opportunity to grow stronger and wiser. When you take imperfect action, you create momentum. That momentum is powerful. It generates energy and clarity. It brings feedback and insight. It builds confidence. Confidence, once built, propels you forward even when the path is uncertain. Do not be discouraged by your mistakes. Do not be ashamed of your failures. They are the cost of admission to the school of success. The only real failure is to never try. Look around you. The most successful people did not arrive fully formed and flawless. They grew, evolved, stumbled, and got back up. They refined their skills through practice and trial. They embraced imperfection as part of their journey. If you want to succeed, you must adopt this mindset. You must stop fearing imperfection and start valuing progress. You must start before you feel ready, knowing that readiness comes through doing, not waiting. The longer you wait for perfection, the more opportunities you lose. The more time you waste trying to get it exactly right, the more you fall behind those who act boldly despite imperfection. Think of your journey like a sculptor shaping a block of marble. The first chip is rough and unrefined, but every strike brings the shape closer to the masterpiece. You do not wait until the marble is perfect to start chiseling. You start chiseling and create the perfect form through continuous work. When you take imperfect action, you also invite learning. No plan survives contact with reality unchanged. You must test your ideas in the real world, get feedback, and adjust. This is how ideas become reality and how dreams become achievements. The pursuit of perfection is a form of procrastination. It is the excuse of the fearful. It is the thief of time. You do not need perfect conditions, perfect plans, or perfect skills to start. You need only the courage to begin. Do you want success? Then begin now imperfectly. Start small if you must, but start. Learn as you go. Improve with every step. Trust that your growth will come from action, not from endless planning. Your progress is not defined by how perfect you are. It is defined by your willingness to move forward despite imperfection. You must choose. Will you wait for perfect conditions and remain stuck, or will you embrace imperfection and move forward? There is no such thing as a perfect journey. There is only a journey of imperfect steps taken with determination and courage. Success belongs to those who act imperfectly, courageously, persistently. So take the first imperfect step today. Take the next one tomorrow. Keep moving, keep growing, keep progressing. In the end, it is your action, not your perfection, that will lead you to greatness. Many people believe that success comes from having brilliant ideas. They idolize the notion of genius inventors, world-changing innovators, and brilliant thinkers. But here is a truth that will shake you to your core. Ideas are worthless without execution. Ideas are cheap. They are abundant and easy to come by. Anyone can dream up a plan, envision a business, or imagine a breakthrough. But the world does not reward ideas. It rewards those who put ideas into motion, those who roll up their sleeves and do the work. You can have the greatest idea ever conceived, but if you do nothing with it, it is nothing more than a fleeting thought. It is like a seed that falls on barren ground. No matter how promising, it will never grow unless it is planted, watered, and nurtured. Execution is the bridge between dreams and reality. It is the discipline of turning vision into action, plans into results, and intentions into achievements. Without execution, your ideas remain trapped in your mind, collecting dust like old dreams. Do not mistake daydreaming for progress. The thinker alone does not move mountains. The doer, the executor, is the one who transforms landscapes. Look at history's great successes. The difference between the successful and the unsuccessful is not the quality of their ideas. It is their willingness to act, to work tirelessly, to endure setbacks, and to keep moving forward when others hesitate. Execution demands more than inspiration. It demands commitment, perseverance, and relentless effort. It is hard work that requires discipline and focus. It means showing up every day, even when motivation wanes, even when the task is tedious, even when results are slow to come. Many people fall into the trap of chasing the next big idea instead of executing the one they already have. They jump from one concept to another, seduced by novelty, but never committing long enough to see real progress. This pattern is the enemy of success. Ideas are like sparks. They can ignite a fire, but only if they meet fuel and oxygen. Execution is the fuel. Execution is the oxygen. Without it, your spark will fade and die. Remember, an idea without action is a daydream. A plan without execution is a blueprint gathering dust. A vision without work is a ghost haunting your mind. Execution also means embracing the uncomfortable. It means accepting that you will face obstacles, criticism, and failure. But the person who executes does not let these things stop them. Instead, they learn, adapt, and persist. Action reveals truths that ideas can never show you. When you execute, you discover what works and what doesn't. You find new opportunities and uncover hidden challenges. This knowledge is invaluable, but you only gain it by doing. The great secret is this: ideas have no power without execution, but execution transforms even ordinary ideas into extraordinary outcomes. Do not wait for a perfect plan or a revolutionary idea. Start where you are with what you have. Take imperfect action. Adjust as you go. The most successful people did not wait to have the perfect idea. They took the ideas they had and made them work through relentless execution. Execution turns ambition into achievement. It turns dreams into reality. It turns potential into power. If you want to succeed, you must master the art of execution. You must become a person who acts decisively, who follows through, who finishes what they start. Success is less about how many ideas you generate and more about how many you bring to life. Ask yourself, how many ideas have you had that never left your mind? How many plans have you made that never became reality? The answers will reveal the truth about where your energy is going. Ideas inspire, but execution creates. If you want to build a legacy, create wealth, or change the world, you must focus on execution every day. Execution requires courage. It means risking failure and rejection. It means putting yourself out there, even when the outcome is uncertain. But courage is born in action, not in thought. You do not have to wait to feel ready. You do not have to have every detail figured out. You must simply begin. Once you start, execution will teach you what you need to know. Remember this: the value of an idea lies in its execution. Without execution, the best ideas are worthless. With execution, even simple ideas can become powerful. If you want to be remembered as a doer rather than a dreamer, you must choose to execute. Stop waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, or the perfect idea. Start acting now with what you have. Turn your ideas into action. Turn your action into results. That is the path to success. In the end, it is not the ideas that change the world. It is the people who execute them. Confidence is not something you are born with. It is not a gift bestowed upon a lucky few. Confidence is built. It is forged in the fires of action. It grows stronger with every step you take forward, every risk you embrace, every challenge you overcome. Too many people believe confidence is a prerequisite for success. They wait to feel confident before they try, before they speak up, before they chase their dreams. But confidence is not the starting point. It is the result of starting. You must understand this fundamental truth. Action builds confidence, not the other way around. When you take action, you confront your fears head on, you face the unknown and step into discomfort. With every act of courage, no matter how small, your mind learns that you can handle more than you imagined. You accumulate proof evidence that you are capable, that you can succeed, that you can survive setbacks. This is how confidence grows, through experience, through doing, through making mistakes and recovering, through learning and adapting. Confidence born of action is unshakable because it is rooted in reality. It is not a false hope or wishful thinking. It is a solid foundation built on your achievements, your progress, your resilience. Consider those who hesitate endlessly. They sit paralyzed, waiting for confidence to arrive before they act. But it never comes. It is a cruel trick of the mind, a lie it tells to keep you safe in your comfort zone. The longer you wait, the weaker your confidence becomes, Every time you take action, you create a ripple of strength. The first step is always the hardest, but once taken, it makes the next step easier. The momentum builds, and so does your confidence. Imagine a child learning to walk. The child does not wait until they feel confident. They fall, they stumble, they try again. With every attempt, they gain strength and balance. Confidence is the byproduct of repeated effort. You are no different. Your confidence will grow only as you engage with the challenges in front of you. The more you push yourself to act despite fear or doubt, the more confident you become. Do not underestimate the power of small victories. Each small win is a building block for your confidence. Speak up in that meeting, send that email, make that call, take that first step on your project. Each action is a seed planted, growing your inner strength. Action silences the voice of self-doubt. It drowns out the "I can't" and the "what-ifs." When you act, you shift your focus from your fears to your capabilities. The world's most successful people have one thing in common. They did not wait to feel confident. They acted, they learned, they grew. Their confidence came from doing, not from wishing. Confidence built on action also prepares you for greater challenges. When you know you have faced fears before and survived, you can face new fears with greater assurance. This creates a cycle, a virtuous circle where confidence fuels action and action fuels confidence. Remember this: confidence is a muscle. Like any muscle, it grows stronger the more you use it. You must flex it by stepping into action regularly. If you want confidence, start by acting. The longer you wait, the more you will doubt yourself. The more you doubt, the less you act. Break this cycle by taking that first step today. Don't wait for permission from your mind to feel ready. Feel ready by doing. Confidence will follow. Your dreams demand action. Your goals require boldness. Confidence is simply the natural outcome of having taken those first bold steps. You are more capable than you realize, but you won't discover this truth by sitting on the sidelines. You must engage, participate, and push through discomfort. In time, you will look back and marvel at how far you have come, and you will realize that confidence was there all along, quietly growing, fueled by every courageous act you dared to take. So choose action, choose growth, choose to build your confidence through doing, because in the end, confidence is not given, it is earned. It is earned by those who act. Momentum is the invisible force that separates those who achieve their goals from those who fall short. It is the secret energy that propels you forward, turning small efforts into unstoppable progress. Without momentum, even the greatest intentions remain stuck in place. You must understand that momentum is the ultimate fuel for success. It is not motivation alone, not inspiration alone, but consistent, forward, moving action that builds unstoppable power. The moment you decide to stop thinking and start doing, you ignite momentum. That first action creates energy. It sets a chain reaction in motion. The second action fuels it further. And as you keep moving, momentum grows stronger and stronger. Momentum is like a snowball rolling down a hill. At first, it is small and slow. It requires effort to keep it moving. But with each rotation, it picks up size and speed. Soon, it becomes a force that is impossible to stop. Many people start with enthusiasm, but they fail to build momentum. They take one step and then hesitate, waiting for some external sign or permission. They falter, and the momentum is lost. The flame dies because it was never nurtured. But those who understand the power of momentum do not stop after one step. They keep moving, they keep pushing forward, no matter how small the progress may seem. Momentum builds confidence, sharpens focus, and increases clarity. When you are moving forward, your mind works better, ideas flow, solutions appear, opportunities reveal themselves. This is the power of momentum. It fuels not only your body but your mind. You do not need to start with a giant leap. Even the smallest action, if repeated consistently, creates momentum. Sending one email, making one phone call, writing one paragraph, exercising for 10 minutes. Each of these is a spark that ignites the fire of momentum. When you are in motion, the universe conspires to help you. Doors open that were previously closed. People respond differently. Challenges seem less daunting because momentum carries you through. But beware the danger of stopping. Momentum is fragile. It requires constant input. If you pause for too long, if you stop taking action, momentum fades and you are back to square one. That is why the discipline of consistent action is so critical. You must commit to moving forward every day, even when motivation wanes or obstacles appear. Consistency is the lifeblood of momentum. Momentum also guards you against doubt and fear. When you are moving, fear loses its power. Doubt becomes quieter. The voice inside your head that says you can't becomes drowned out by the sound of your own footsteps moving forward. Momentum creates its own energy. It is self-sustaining once you get it going. It turns the impossible into the possible, the improbable into the inevitable. This is why the greatest secret to success is to just get started and then keep going. The longer you act, the more momentum you build. The more momentum you build, the easier it becomes to keep going. There is no substitute for momentum. You cannot borrow it, you cannot buy it, you cannot fake it. You must create it through action. Even when the road is hard, momentum makes it easier to take the next step. When you feel tired, momentum fuels you. When you feel discouraged, momentum lifts you. The power of momentum is a truth every champion knows. It is the reason winners keep winning, they keep moving, they keep acting, they keep pushing through. So if you want to stop thinking and start doing, focus on momentum, focus on action that creates movement. Commit to daily progress, no matter how small. Do not wait for motivation, inspiration, or the perfect moment. Start now and keep going. Let momentum do the heavy lifting for you. Remember, momentum is the ultimate fuel. It is what transforms effort into results, dreams into reality, and ideas into achievements. Without momentum, even the best plans remain dreams. With momentum, even the smallest actions lead to greatness. Build momentum today by taking one bold step. Then take another, then another. Keep moving, keep acting, and let momentum carry you to the success you deserve.